What's up guys, Shuckle King here, and I'm here for my round of 32 matchup for the WPC against Lejon Flames. I feel like I've heard the name before. He must be a good battler if he reaches this far in the tournament. As you can see in the corner there, his team is Lejon, Togekiss, Mega Charizard X, Escadrille, Gengar, Bronzong, Tyranitar, and Mesprit. Order of most threatening to least threatening. Again, a team with Mega Charizard X. Again, a team with Tyranitar. So familiar pokes might see some familiar sets here. Jolteon's annoying. I do have a Thunder ET, which pretty much shuts that down. But other than that, it outspeeds everything, and it's just very annoying. Especially with a Hidden Power Ice could kill my Garchomp unless I'm Yachi Berry, or unless I'm Choice Scarfed. Togekiss is annoying because it handles my Garchomp, handles a Zoomerl if it's a speedier set. It handles my Mega Heracross, which is annoying as well. Charizard X we've seen before. Escadrille, Mandy is a pretty good counter to it. Mandibuzz can take it. Not maybe like Rock Slides if it flinches a couple times. Also, Heracross takes it on pretty well unless he has Aerial Ace. So you would need like Sword Stance, Earthquake, Iron Head, Aerial Ace, Rock Slide. There's 5 moves there, so he's not going to have one of those 5 moves. I don't think he would bring like a subset. Gengar's pretty fast. It outspeeds everything but my Starmie. But my Mandibuzz is a very good counter to that as well. Again, unless he's Life Orbs, Thunderbolt or something. Bronzong, not too threatening, but it's bulky, so it can take pretty much any special hit coming from my team if he's especially defensive. Tyranitar is there. I have ways to take that on pretty well. And Mesprit is not too threatening at all. I'm not too worried about that. So the 3 pokes going into this matchup, I thought that were pretty good. Were Volcarona. Just again, as last time at +1. And no sand. This pretty much destroys his team with a fire plus bug plus whatever move I want to hit the Charizard X with. I think Hidden Power Rock or Ground hits like 90% at +1. So if I have rocks up, I kill the Charizard X there, which is very nice. Next poke I think is the second most threatening is Garchomp, because again that outspeeds the Charizard X. Takes a hit from the Tyranitar, unless it's like a Scarfed in the Ice move. Takes a hit from Escadrille and kills all those. Togekiss is a pretty good answer to it. But Garchomp can run like Stone Edge or Poison Jab to take that on. Bronzong is also a pretty good check to it if he's Levitate. Mesprit's also Levitate, but it's not going to want to take a Dragon move. And the third poke is Stormy, just because he has no water resist on his team. I guess you could call it Bronzong, if he's especially defensive, somewhat of a water resist, but he's not going to take an Analytic, Life Orb, Hydro Pump too well from that. I guess in that same vein, because he has no water resist, that Azumarill also does pretty well this matchup. So the first poke I bring, as I said before, is Volcarona, and this is going to be my lead. Fire Blast, Bug Buzz, Hidden Power Rock, Quiver Dams. If I lead with this, his Stealth Rockers are going to be Mesprit, Tyranitar, Bronzong, Excadrill. They can all die to Volcarona with Life Orb. Without Life Orb, I think Tyranitar might be able to take a Bug Buzz, and same with Mesprit. But Fire Blast, I think I also needed that additional damage to kill the Bronzong. Not the Escadrille, but needed it for the Bronzong. And Hidden Power Rock is there to hit the Charizard X. Also kind of hit a Togekiss if I need to, and I don't want to miss with Fire Blast. I don't expect to hit Quiver Dance this match, just lead with this threat and really break down his team at the beginning of the match. Next poke I have, which will also break down his team, is Garchomp. Another Light Orb. This will outspeed the Charizard X here. Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Earthquake, Crunch. Didn't need a Dragon move, mainly because he had the Togekiss there. And Stone Edge does a lot of damage. If he's not physically defensive, I can kill with Stone Edge. If he is physically defensive, I outspeed it. Kill with Stone Edge plus Crunch. I really just killed basically everything on his team. Bronzong can take 1 Crunch. I don't believe a Mesprit can take a Crunch though. So this is very threatening to his team right here. Stealth Rocks would be nice, but I really would prioritize just doing as much damage to his team as possible. So I wouldn't be surprised I don't get Rocks up this match. Unless if I know he's threatened out by something and wants to save it, then I can get Rocks up at that point. Next I have Choice Scarf, Stormy. This will outspeed a Scarf Gengar, 100% I didn't need the additional speed to outspeed Gengar, but I threw it in there in case his Escadrille was EV to outspeed a Scarf Starmie that would outspeed a Gengar. So if he only runs that amount of speed, and then I would outspeed that because I just ran max speed, so I don't really need the additional bulk for anything. But Psychic, Surf, Hydro Pump, he doesn't have a water resist, so depending if I want to risk the miss or not, or if I need a little additional damage between Surf and Hydro Pump. Psychic is there, really not for much. I guess it hits the Gengar if I want to kill it guaranteed. And Rapid Spin in case I need to get rocks off the field for Volcarona. The Volcarona should really be an early game Pokemon there. Next pokes I have that complement these three that I said were the threats. Which is Azumarill, same set I brought before, doesn't have a water resist. So Waterfall, Aqua Jet do a lot of damage to his team. His Bronzong is what I call somewhat the water resist, but I can do a lot of damage with knockoff. Facade is there in case Charizard X is Will-O-Wisp instead of Thunder Punch. If he's Thunder Punch, then Azumarill takes not too much damage because I have the Wakan Berry there. And I guess it takes a hit from Jolteon very well, so he probably would Volt Switch usually on an Azumarill. So I don't think he would kill even from full, even if he was without a Wakan Berry, but Wakan Berry just ensures I take even less damage from a potential Jolteon. But this is mainly my Charizard X counter. Next poke I have here is Heracross. A speedy Heracross. This outspeeds his Tyranitar. Also outspeeds a Togekiss that's just pure bulk and no speed. Kills a Mesprit unless if he is a timid or a max or not a speed boosting nature. Mesprit I would outspeed that and kill that with Pin Missile. I mean, this really OHKOs everything on his team except maybe a Bronzong. I don't know if Gengar takes a 5 hits with Rock Blast from this set. This does a ton of damage to everything that's slower to it. It also takes a hit from Escadrille unless he is Aerial Ace, which I would expect he might not bring it just because Iron Head does a lot of damage and he could flinch anyway with that set. But if he doesn't have Aerial Ace, I could take that and potentially kill it there. So I feel like Heracross is not the most useful Pokemon on this team, but if he has a slower, bulkier team, this basically kills anything and gets a free kill if it gets a free switch in somehow. The last poke I have is Late Game Sweeper and Thunderous Therian with Agility, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Hidden Power Ice. This kills if I get my Weakness Polish activated by, say, like a Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Rock from Jolteon. If I get hit, that's probably really it, unless if I get like a super effective hit from Mesprit. If he would bring that, I don't know. Really, any other hit would kill me. I didn't really want to go with a nasty plot just because I would lose either Focus Blast to not kill the Tyranitar, or lose, say, Hidden Power Ice and just do less damage to, really, I guess, the Excadrill. I think Hidden Power Ice does a ton of damage anyway, and I wouldn't want to risk the Focus Blast miss there. The speed is to outspeed a max speed Excadrill, so I have an agility up, and he's in sand with Excadrill. I still outspeed it, and the rest in bulk there and a special attack. So that's my team here. We'll see how well it does against Lejon. Alright, we're here for the match against Lejon. As we can see from his team, he didn't bring the top 2 threats that I thought in Jolteon and Togekiss. I was shocked. Very happy about that. I feel like Thundurus is not going to have as big of an impact just because he didn't bring the Jolteon and Togekiss this game. So it can be a little more risky with that. Volcarona destroys his team though. And Azumarill could have, if I was a belly drum Azumarill, he really has no ways to deal with that. I could have just won the game with that set outright, so that's annoying, but that is what it is there. So I'm going to lead, as I said before, my Volcarona, just because it matches up really with anything, I guess, except maybe the Gengar if he has a rock move. The Volcarona is definitely my lead of choice. Needs an Mesprit. It's a very safe Bug Buzz here. He goes into his Bronzong, and I get a crit. Very unfortunate there. It does sting for him. This shows that he's max HP, max specially defensive. So I would have killed on a Fire Blast in the next hit. I guess from there we could have pivoted into something, maybe the Tyranitar to take a Fire Blast. But at that point, he really didn't have any switch into Fire Blast anyway. So I can safely go for the Bug Buzz again and kill him, as opposed to risking a miss with a Fire Blast and then he kills me with a Rock Slide or goes for rocks or something. So that miss was unfortunate, but probably didn't matter. He could have also saved it for later, maybe in the match, and sack something else off instead. But I do kill the Bronzong, which is very nice, and that was a big threat gone. I'm going to just get as much damage off as I can right here with my Hidden Power Rock, I believe it was. Goes for the Dragon Dance here. I kind of predict them to go for the Roost. Volcarona would be really nice throughout this matchup, but I do have a 100% safe counter to this in Azumarill, so I have no reason not to switch into that. So I'm going to go to my Azumarill right now, because he really doesn't have any answers to that either, which is great. And he Roost, which is fine, and I'm going to just go for safe Waterfall here. Can't do too much about that. This shows that he's a physically defensive Mesprit that can handle my Azumarill somewhat. So I'm going to go right into Volcarona, assuming he gets rocks up, so I get in before that. He crits me with a Psychic, which is unfortunate, but I am able to get a couple of big hits off anyway. So he doesn't have a resist to Bug Buzz, except for Gengar. So I do go for the Fire Blast and kill that, and the crit did not matter, unless he was like an Assault Vest or Max HP set, which I would doubt he would bring. From here, I can go for the Bug Buzz. He can switch into Tyranitar or Charizard if he wants. And I still do 43%. That is crazy damage. Volcarona is such a threat. He is definitely in range where my Garchomp can outspeed and kill with a Crunch. If he wants to go into Mesprit, I'll kill that in 2 hits. So I just kill his Charizard X off here, which is, I'm in very good shape right now. I predict that he could probably live this hit and go for an Ice Beam, so I go to my Thundurus. I don't need that as much. Goes for the Ice Beam. I essentially get a kill here. Yes, he could go into Excadrill, predicting me not to go for the Thunderbolt, but that would be too risky, and he does not do this Mesprit this badly. So I just go for the safe kill and kill on Mesprit here. And then he goes into his Excadrill. He can kill me with Iron Head here. That was a good move on his part, assuming if I wanted to switch. Now at this point, I'm in really good shape. I have 2 water types on my team against 2 Pokemon that are weak to water. I also have my Heracross here. So I'm going to go into my Heracross in this play. I mentioned that he could have the Aerial Ace. He might not have it though, instead of Iron Head. So I'm going to go into my Heracross and sub. If he subs and goes into his Tyranitar trying to get Sand up again for the Excadrill to outspeed my team, then I get a sub up and I kill both his pokes. So his Tyranitar can outspeed my Heracross, and then I'm behind a sub and then I'll kill his Excadrill at that point. Or I go into Heracross and he kills me with an Aerial Ace. That's fine because I could just go into my water type and do massive damage with Starmie there. So I'm going to go in my Heracross, go for the sub here. Hopefully I don't get flinched with Iron Head or doesn't have Aerial Ace, but he has it. That's fine. No big deal. Heracross wasn't terribly useful throughout this match anyway. I just go with my Starmie and get a free kill with Surf. He decides to sack his Excadrill. I thought it was interesting. I thought his Excadrill was going to be his way to win this match. But I guess he realized that he probably couldn't take an Aqua Jet from Azumarill, plus he knew that my Garchomp could take any one hit from Excadrill. I wasn't going to let him set up a Swords Dance. So he has to go to his, I guess, Tyranitar and try to win this way. And I know I had the game right here. I can go for Surf. He has Pasho Berry, Dragon Dance, which is a cool set. That probably was also a way to maybe take on my Azumarill. But he doesn't know I'm Scarfed, so I can outspeed him right here, do a ton of damage to the point where Azumarill can quick Aqua Jet and easily win the game here. So, good game, Lejon. Now I am off to the round of 16. Hopefully I can keep up with my success here. So until next time, see you later, guys.